Max Verstappen is undeniably one of the finest drivers to ever hit the F1 track. Each weekend, he either breaks records or finds himself entangled in some controversy, making him the constant center of discussion. Practically everyone has something to say about the Dutch driver. But have you ever wondered what Max Verstappen thinks of the other super fast drivers he shares the track with? That's precisely what we're about to uncover. Lando Norris. Out of all the F1 drivers, Lando Norris is the friendliest guy around. Whether it's because of his many hobbies outside racing or just his friendly nature, Norris gets along with everyone. But among his F1 pals, he's got a special bond with Max Verstappen. Max, the Red Bull champ and the youngest F1 title holder, knows how to express himself well. When a Sky reporter asked Max about his F1 buddies, he didn't hesitate to name Norris as the best, and there's a good reason for that.
And Lando is the little joker. He's getting there.
Verstappen and Norris are cut from the same F1 cloth. Max is a bit older and more successful, but that doesn't stop Norris from showing massive respect for Max and what he's achieved. Max Verstappen was really impressed with Lando Norris after they had a fantastic battle for the lead in the 2023 Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Despite Norris's determined efforts, Verstappen ultimately emerged victorious at Interlagos, marking his impressive 17th win of the 2023 season. At the start, Norris made a big move from 6th place to 2nd, which was pretty awesome. Then there was a red flag because of a crash on the first lap. After the restart, Norris went in and tried to pass Verstappen for the lead. But it didn't quite work out, and Verstappen stayed in front. Verstappen shared his thoughts about the race and said, "For the first part of each run, Lando was keeping up with me, doing similar lap times. But in the last 5 to 10 laps, it felt like we had a bit more speed than McLaren."
Yeah, he gave it a good run. I mean, that lap where I had to defend, it was close that he got by me.
Verstappen also remembered a moment when Norris came really close, saying he gave it a good try. "There was one lap where I had to defend, and it was close." He even got ahead for a bit. It was a solid weekend for Norris overall. Verstappen, who is buddies with Norris off the track, said he was happy to see his friend doing well. When asked about having more exciting battles with Norris in the future, Verstappen said, "Yeah, but I'm not surprised. I know how good Lando is, and it's nice to see him doing so well. He deserves it, and McLaren deserves it too. Hopefully, we'll have many more fun races together." Sergio Perez. Perez is the 5th person to team up with Verstappen in Formula 1. At first, Verstappen raced with Carlos Sainz at Toro Rosso, and later in 2016, he joined Daniel Ricciardo at Red Bull. After Ricciardo left, Perez had Pierre Gasly and then Alex Albon as his teammates. In 2020, Albon left, and Perez took his place at Red Bull. This partnership is set to continue until at least the end of the 2024 championship. Now at 26 and a 3-time world champion, Verstappen has grown up a lot in the Formula 1 world. This growth is clear in his relationship with Perez. Talking about his earlier teammates, Verstappen said, "I started, of course, very young in Formula 1, and I also had, I think, a very good relationship with Daniel."
Great memories with Daniel as teammates. I think we also really pushed each other to the limit.
But at the time, I was still only 18, 19, and I think where I am now as a person is just completely different. So I would say what I have now with Checo is definitely the best. Just because I've matured a lot, and I think that also helps a lot with just how you approach each other. Perez also talked about their partnership. He said there is no jealousy between them, unlike with some of his past teammates. Perez believes in giving credit where it's due. The Mexican stated, "No doubt you obviously want to win, but when the guy next to you wins, you have to give the credit. He's done better than you. He's won, and you have to accept that and also feel proud of what he's done." And I think not many people can take it, but I think within us, when Max wins, we always feel proud of each other. And that, I think, is something good within us. George Russell. Max Verstappen had some really nice things to say about his fellow Formula 1 racer George Russell. Verstappen praised Russell's skills and even called him a potential world champion. Russell, who won GP3 and became the Formula 2 champion, started his Formula 1 journey with Williams Racing in 2019. Right from the beginning, he left a strong impression by consistently outperforming his more experienced teammate, Robert Kubica, in all 21 races of his rookie season. In 2021, he even managed to get Williams back on the podium. The following year, Russell moved to Mercedes. Despite facing challenges with his car, which had issues like porpoising, he still managed to finish ahead of his teammate, the 7-time F1 champion Lewis Hamilton, in the final standings. Max Verstappen, who is a 2-time F1 champion, knows Russell's potential well. In an interview, he talked about their shared racing journey. saying George Russell is part of the generation with Lando and Charles and me that grew up together. I raced against George a bit in karting, though he's a year younger. You could see straight away that he was good. It came naturally to him. He didn't need a lot of laps to be quick. He could jump straight in and battle at the front. Verstappen believes in Russell's ability to become a world champion, stating he has the potential to be a world champion. I haven't spent too much time with him, but he is a good lad. He has just moved to Monaco, so I may see more of him from now on. Charles Leclerc. Max Verstappen isn't someone who usually goes out of his way to praise fellow racers. He tends to speak up only when he's asked about another driver's performance. Yet if there's one driver he goes the extra mile to compliment, it's Charles Leclerc. Recent instances have caught the attention of F1 fans, suggesting that Max Verstappen might be Charles Leclerc's biggest fan. The bond between the Dutchman and the Monegasque has significantly improved since their karting days, a time when tension ran high between them. Back in their childhood, the relationship between Leclerc and Verstappen was so strained that both drivers openly admitted to disliking each other. Way back in Austria 2019, Verstappen snatched the win from Leclerc in a nail-biting race finale. It was a gutsy move by Verstappen, nudging Leclerc off the track, but the stewards chose not to interfere. That left a beaming Verstappen on the podium, while Leclerc wore a distinctly sour expression. Thankfully, things have taken a turn for the better since then. The once fierce competitors now appear to be the best of pals in the F1 paddock. The camaraderie between Verstappen and Leclerc has taken center stage, showing a new side to their relationship. Verstappen's most significant praise for Leclerc came during the 2022 Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Verstappen expressed that it was hardly a surprise to see Leclerc perform exceptionally well at the Baku street circuit. When asked if he was surprised by Leclerc's pace after securing pole position, Verstappen replied, "Not really about Charles. We know that he has been really good around here. Otherwise, you do not get 3 poles in a row, right?" Pierre Gasly. Max Verstappen showered Pierre Gasly with high praise as the Frenchman bid farewell to the Red Bull team. Gasly joined Alpine in 2023 after spending several years with AlphaTauri and having a brief stint as Verstappen's teammate in 2019. Before Gasly departed, he, along with Verstappen, Sergio Perez and Yuki Tsunoda, attended the Honda Racing Thanks Day in Japan. At this event, all the drivers paid tribute to Gasly, including a heartfelt speech from Verstappen, who described Gasly as an amazing driver. Speaking in front of fans at the Motegi circuit, Verstappen reminisced about their shared history, saying, "Pierre, we go way back. We started racing against each other in go-karting. And then we both became part of the Red Bull family. We were teammates in Formula 1, and I know you're incredibly talented." Verstappen acknowledged Gasly's hard work and achievements, highlighting his role as a team leader at AlphaTauri. Verstappen stated, "It's been great to have you as a part of the whole family, because it's 2 teams but one big family. I'm excited for your future, especially the coming years. Maybe our paths will cross again as we're all very young." Verstappen concluded by praising Gasly's driving skills, wishing him all the best and expressing the hope for a great start to Gasly's chapter. Now, we would like to hear your thoughts. What's your take on what Max Verstappen thinks of other F1 drivers? Feel free to share your opinions in the comments section below.